Hey guys, welcome back to Jack on Tracks, and we're back, kinda. So, as you know, I took a little break in the last video that you guys blew up. Thank you very much. Guys, hit that subscribe button because I got a lot of watches and not a lot of subscribers. You guys can pump me up, really. Just hit the subscribe button. So, this is the beginning of the Long Island Fremo build. I somehow became the proprietor of Long Island Fremo. You can find us on Facebook. So this is basically everything I got to build all my track work and everything with. The buildings, I'm actually reusing the buildings from my Hot Tracks module because I'm not going to be doing a Fremo event and a Hot Tracks event at the same time. So they're doing double duty. And there will be, if I do the center section, which you know what if means for me, if means when. So when I do the center section, the third module in the middle of this full module, these three modules, there'll be a new building that'll be specifically for this Fremo. They recommend using number 8 switches, which I got. Really didn't need them because I did the 6s because it's basically a siding. It's a double-ended siding. Yes, it's a double-ended siding. And yes, it's going to stay a double-ended siding because it was a prototypical siding on the Long Island Railroad. We're using code 83, using all Walthers. This is all new to me. Everything on this table is new to me. I've never used Walthers products, Walthers track before. I've never used this before, and I've never done this before. So this is all going to be real interesting to see how this comes out. Everyone's telling me that this stuff is really nice. I was going to go with micro engineering, but you can't get micro engineering switches. All they have is a 6. So I just chose to go with the 8s to make it a little bit easier since they were the same price as the 6s. And I expanded the layout. I made it the original 2 modules. The original setup was 6 feet long. Then I stretched it out to 7 feet long. Then I just looked at myself and said, I'm just going to go with the full 8. Once I went to the 8 foot long for the 2 modules together, I just went with the 8 switches just to make it easier. Yeah, there's going to be a crossing. There's been a lot of changes from the original concept all the way to where I am now, and I'm just going with the three modules. There's going to be a crossover in the middle. I haven't decided yet, 100% yet, if I'm going to go a single crossover or a double crossover. Doesn't really make a difference to me. Kinda, not really. I don't know. If I get there and all they have is a double crossover, it's getting a double crossover. If they have a single crossover and it's left to right, that's what it's getting. Whatever they have in stock when I get around to doing it is what it's getting. So, yeah, I've never used this before. So that's going to be interesting. We're going to start doing the bench work in the next video. I'm still kind of brainstorming on the legs. I kind of want everything to fold up into itself. But the problem I'm having with it is I'm going to have a lot of bolt hanging out. So I'm actually going to go on and ask some questions on the Fremo site. You guys will see me on there. And go from there. This is going to be a relatively quick build. I say this all the time. I don't know why I do, but it should be. I'm actually going to go in depth with the bench work because what I'm going to do this time with my bench work is I'm going to use a 1/2 inch plywood top, which I've never used before. I've usually used 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, and then some sort of overlayment, either cork or 2-inch foam. So, I mean, if you glued a 2-inch foam to 1/4 inch plywood, you're not getting any sag. It just locks it all down. So I might, if I can find 1 inch around here, I'm having a problem finding foam. All they got is 2-inch foam. I have 2 panels of 2-inch foam. I just don't want to use it because I think it's too thick for what I wanted to do. So we're at that. If I decide to go with the cork, then I'll show you how I do the cork. It's very sloppy how I do it, but it sticks down. it doesn't have a problem coming up. You just have to remember to use it. You got to use a lot of glue, a lot. And that's about it. So, all right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to show you what my plans were. So I'm going to put it up on the screen. You're going to see the first rendition of the module. The first rendition of the dual track module, I should say, because there's been tons before that. So in this one, you'll see that there is it's a double-ended siding, which I know people don't understand, but it's a prototype for Long Island Railroad. And since this is the Long Island Fremo, I'm kind of trying to keep it modeling on Long Island. So they have a double-ended siding there, and you'll see that there's a farm supply place and a tractor supply store. That was a prototypical scene somewhere out on the island. Originally, I did this with a single track, but I don't know. I just changed my mind and went to the dual track. What's it costing me? An extra couple lines of track. So that's what we went with. Then the next one you'll see is I did the same dual track, but I put a crossover in. I sat there and wondered if I should go left to right, right to left, and I'm just like, does it really matter? No, it doesn't really matter because trains got it reversed. So either way you're going to have to use reverse one way or the other. So we just went with that. The next one is I moved that crossover to the other end of the module. That's kind of the way I left it there and sat there and pondered it for a while and said, well, I'm just going to build a center module. So that's where I took it out. So we're back to kind of the original build of these two, and then we'll move on from there. And then later on, probably the beginning of next year, if I'm feeling froggy, or if I'm feeling really froggy, I'll just blow it all out now, but I doubt that. So I just want to get whatever happens, the two end modules are getting done right away. The center module, if I build the benchwork for it now, then that's fine. If I don't build it, if I build it later, that'll be fine too. So I haven't decided. You'll know. I'm all over the place. So we're going to get that done. And yeah. Again, I really do appreciate you guys watching me and putting up my shenanigans and my idiocy. That's really the only way to put it. And yeah, really, hit that subscribe button, please. Please. And you can hit the notification button too. That's great. And hit that thumbs up button twice, one time, whatever you want to do, because it helps me out, gets me in the algorithm, and it'll help me build a channel. And by building a channel, that means I get to build more cool stuff that you guys get to watch me bumble through, make mistakes, and not have to spend your money on the mistakes that I make. So once again, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, catch you later.